imbalance, what we call the semicircular canals. Then that snail-like thing is the cochlea. So that is responsible for hearing. So as ENTs, we deal with hearing issues, we deal with dizziness, vertigo issues, or dzungu in Shona. So the outer ear, I think most of us, we have seen what wax looks like. So we suffer from wax imbaction every now and then. So earwax is a normal thing in our ears. But I know one of our myths is earwax is dirt and should be removed daily. So you see people buying loads and loads of earbuds, loads and loads of money clips just to clean our ears. But we need the earwax for our ears, because that earwax was designed by God. It has its own protective function. So we are not supposed to remove the earwax every day. So the body was designed in such a way that it pushes the unwanted earwax out slowly every day. So when we are taking a bath, when we are using our towels and we are cleaning the ears, we are removing the necessary wax that the body has pushed out. We are not supposed to use earbuds. They are not good for you. We don't make noise about it as ENTs. We don't go on radios or in media to say earbuds are not good, because they bring us good business. Believe you me, we make lots of money from earbud use. But because we're at church, I'll be generous. I'll tell you all the tricks. So if we remove earwax, our ears are going to be very, very itchy. Now you are going to take an earbud, you are going to scratch, you are going to soothe yourself. By doing that, you are removing wax again. You have removed wax, your ear itches, you take the earbud, you scratch yourself again. So now you have created a vicious cycle. Your ear itches, use an earbud, you remove the wax, the ear itches again. So the wax is like it's like an ointment for the skin in the canal. So the moment you are regularly removing it, the skin in the ear will develop small cracks. Then those small cracks will act as a source of infection. So your ears are going to be infected and they are going to be very painful. They are going to be very, very itchy. There comes a point in time when the earbuds are no longer soothing you enough. You move on to the money clips. You move on to the car keys. So let's not remove wax in our ears. When you are taking a bath, because wax is oily in nature, it repels water from getting into our canals. But the moment our ears are so clean, water will easily flow into the ear, again irritating the skin in the canal, making our ears itchy. So wax is essential for us. So I always tell my patients that your ears are too clean for our liking as ENTs. And people are shocked. Why? I thought removing wax, it's a thing that I'm supposed to be doing every day. But no, it's a no for us. It's only a problem when the wax is now blocking your eardrum or it's causing muffled sounds. You can't hear properly because that wax is now built up so much that it is blocking your eardrum. That's when you can say, let's remove the wax. So we use earbuds a lot. Like what I said, they remove the wax, but also they push the bulk of the wax towards the eardrum. Eventually, you are going to present with impacted wax because of the earbud use. And for us, the younger generation, we use earphones a lot. So those earphones, again, they impede the natural mechanism of pushing the wax out. So they are always pushing back the wax, then it eventually accumulates, leading to hearing issues or infections in the ear. So we are not supposed to use earbuds. We are not supposed to use hairpins. We are not supposed to use ear candles. So next slide. So the previous one. Next. Yeah, there. So you've heard of myths that if you can use candle wax, sometimes it removes earwax from your ear canal. But it's just a myth, like I said. You run the risk of burning your ear and causing more harm than good. So no money clips, no cotton buds, no cotton cooking oil, no brake fluid, no mutoematomati. You hear all sorts of things when people come for consultation. So if you are having problems with wax, or if you think you have wax problems, seek professional help. You can go to a GP, you can go to ENTs. Then there are better ways of cleaning your ears and removing the wax. One of the ways is we can just use warm water. It's not a painful process, it's very soothing, or you can have it removed manually, but don't try to remove wax on your own. Don't put things into the ear. So that's it about wax. Then the next important thing that I'm going to talk about is noise-induced hearing loss. So we are seeing it a lot in the younger generation. We're exposing our ears to lots of noise every day. Lots of noise. Like I said, we love those earphones, those headphones a lot, but we are bombarding our ears with unnecessary amount of decibels that will then eventually cause harm to our ears. Some of us, the places of worship, they've also become a source of noise. We used to see noise-induced hearing loss from the people who went clubbing, in clubs or in nightclubs, all those things. Then it moved to Pentecostal churches. But now we are even in the Adventist church. I've started to see many patients with hearing loss. So it comes gradually. You may not realize it. It starts with just a ringing in the ear. I'm sure there are people with ringing ears in the congregation. So it starts with a ringing ear. It's a sign already that you are being told, your ears are being bombarded with noise. The hearing is starting to go down and go down and go. So there are acceptable noise levels or decibels that we need to subject ourselves to. The moment you go above a certain number, usually 80, then we have gone above limit. So safe sound is below 80 decibels. The moment you go above 80, 90, if you're at 90, you only need 2 hours of exposure to such intensity for your ears to start deteriorating. If you're at 100 decibels, you only need 15 minutes. If you're at 103 decibels, it's 7 minutes. And I must say, I just checked the decibels levels when the group was singing. I'll not tell you the figure. You'll be in shock, so I don't want to spoil your fun. But please, let's protect our ears. So over the past couple of months, I'd been taking the noise levels at Harare City Center Church. So you can see 115 dB. You only need to expose yourself less than a minute to those high levels for you to start having hearing issues. Like I said, these things, they have a cumulative effect. You may not realize it there and there, but after 10 months, if you come for a hearing assessment, I'll tell you, Peniel, your hearing has gone down in these frequencies. So there are cumulative effects. And of late, I'm starting patients, 40s, 35s, on hearing aids because of preventable causes of hearing loss, like noise-induced hearing loss. So we need to be very, very careful. Our communication department, our music guys, let's make sure we monitor the sound levels that we subject our congregation to. Next slide. So protect your hearing from loud noises. So there are many ways. You can use earmuffs, you can use noise bands, you can put things into your ear just to reduce the level of hearing. But we don't have to be loud to be heard. We have to be clear. We don't have to be loud to be heard. We just have to be clear. So let's make sure we are clear enough first and foremost before we are loud, so that we are always making sure the levels of noise that we are subjecting ourselves to are acceptable. So over 1 billion people are at risk of developing hearing loss, and studies have shown that between 25 and 45 years old, if we are to do hearing tests on those age group, 63% of them, they have some degree of hearing loss already. They may not realize it because it comes on slowly, slowly, slowly. But then when you go to an ENT, you get your ears checked. That's when they realize that you have some degree of hearing loss. So next slide. So nearly 1.1 billion young people are at risk of hearing loss from prolonged and excessive exposure to loud noise. The other source, again, is our work environments. If we are using drills, grinders, etc., we need to be wearing ear protective devices. Next slide. So when should you see an ENT? So when you develop a sudden hearing loss, you don't have to wait or to say, if it's a sudden hearing loss, within 48 hours, you should see an ENT. If you are to get treatment, you should get treated. If you have a persistent pain or ear discharge, you need to see an ENT. If you've had ringing ears, like I said, most of the time, 90% of the time, a ringing ear is a sign that your ears are gradually going down and down. When you are dizzy, when you are vertiginous, you also need to see an ENT. Next slide. Then I must say that when we were growing up, I used to see kids with no speech at all at 5 years or 6 years, and the grandparents used to say anirurindi or tongue tie. I must say that a tongue tie doesn't cause speech delay. A tongue tie will have articulation problem, pronunciation problems of certain syllables. So if you have a child, if you have a relative with a child with a speech delay, please ask them to go and get their ears screened. The first port of call for investigation of someone with their speech issues is hearing. People only develop speech